All right, back to this guy. Amadeo describes it as a healthy form of narcissism. Without self-love, he says, people depend on others to feel worthy and valuable. It's not self-love. Anyway, quote, it is actually a lack of self-love that leads to unhealthy narcissism, he says. We are then constantly needing validation from others to fill our inner emptiness. Close, but no cigar, dude. She had a big wedding complete with bridesmaids. Body image coach Danny Adams had planned to marry herself several years ago. She wanted a big party filled with people she loved. Yeah, that's the problem. But then the pandemic hit and she postponed her plans. Instead of a wedding, she turned to a therapist to focus on improving her self-esteem. I took a couple of years to really invest in myself, going to therapy, really digging deep into what it means to break generational curses, process trauma, says Adams, now 30. Then, when I really felt good about myself, I told my therapist, I think I want to get married to myself now. Oh, that therapist really did a great job. And so she did. Before about 40 guests in December at an outdoor venue in Sanford, Florida, Adams walked down the aisle to the song Self-Love by Jason Lyric, which contains the lines, I've been working on me, I've been loving on me, I had to learn to love myself. Danny Adams married herself in December 2022 in Sanford, Florida. The wedding cost about $4,000 and included 9 bridesmaids, Adams said. A friend officiated. Like Rist, she read her vows in front of a full-length mirror. Who are these people that are, encouraging all of this? Wow. Wow. As Adams walked down the aisle, she thought about what led her to this moment. Quote, everything that has happened to me in my past as a child, all the things that have harmed me, I was like, this is a restart at life. I get to own my life, my own joy, my own choices. And that's what it was about. Oh, I feel sorry for her. She's probably has been through horrible things as a child. But like making yourself your own God is not the answer. It's really not. After her self-wedding, Adams treated herself to a honeymoon in Tulum, Mexico. In addition to a ring, she also gave herself a necklace and 2 bracelets with the words, beautiful girl. You were meant to change the world and focus on the good. Straight out of the feminism playbook. We're going to change the world. I'm going to be important in the world when it should be family. Adams says critics have described her choice to marry herself as a cry for help. Quote, a lot of people have said that I have some type of mental health concerns that need to be addressed, she says, adding she finds it interesting people are weaponizing mental health at the time we're saying everyone needs access to mental health services. It's not weaponizing it. It's saying, you've got a problem, lady. This is a cry for help. Like they're concerned about you. They're not judging you. They're concerned about you. This road of this self-love, self, it doesn't lead to a good place. It doesn't. We are meant to have other people. There is a natural order to all of this, and it isn't this. Adams says if she gets married in the future, she'll slip the wedding band right next to the one she gave herself. Well, that's great. That'll be destined to succeed. Everyone always asks, will I have to divorce myself to marry a man? But the real question is, why do I need to lose me in order to be married? Because to be us, you need to be us. There's no I in team. Sorry. I made myself laugh. I'm sorry. She married herself at age 77, decades after her divorce. Dorothy Fedeli never remarried after her divorce nearly 5 decades ago. But this month, at age 77, she married herself in front of her 3 children, and 24 people at her retirement ceremony in Goshen, Ohio. Fidele wore a white gown, a short veil, and white sneakers as she pushed her decorated walker down the aisle. Okay, now this is really sad. I've been saying in video after video after video, if we women don't get it together, we are going to be very lonely. And we are facing crisis. And this lady, it's so sad. It's so sad. Her favorite song, Celine Dion's Because You Loved Me, played in the background. Dottie Fidele, married herself on Mother's Day weekend this year in front of about 24 guests at her retirement community in Goshen, Ohio. Okay, I feel like I said that already. Oh, it's up at the top too. I felt beautiful, like I had won a lottery or something. I felt like a queen, she says. I felt important to myself, like I was somebody. It's hard to explain the feeling. You have to feel it in your soul. We are made in the image of God. That makes us somebody. That is what makes us somebody. The person who made us makes us somebody. And you can see how the elites have removed God from everything. What it leads to. We turn from each other. We turn to sin, and we make ourselves into God. And this is it's the Garden of Eden happening all over again. You know, we're the ones that took the fruit. We're the ones that did it. And we never stopped. Fidele had never worn a bridal dress. Her 1965 wedding to her husband was held at a courthouse and ended in divorce 9 years later. Oh, that's rare for back then. 9 years, that would have been 1974. Now, that was during a lot of free loving and things like that. Fidele's message to younger women struggling with self-esteem issues: it's never too late to love yourself. Trying not to say anything about the boomers. I know we got some boomers in the chat, and I love y'all, but some of your generation, most of your generation, did not help society at all, and that is to say the least. Her daughter, Donna Pennington, recalls the day her mother told her she wanted to marry herself. Quote, she didn't have a lot of confidence growing up, but she's come a long way in the last few years, Pennington says. There's this feeling that came over her, this feeling that told her she's enough. Pennington picked out a Goodwill dress for her mom and came up with a menu that included potato salad, punch, and cookies shaped like wedding bells. The family worked with Rob Geiger, property manager of the retirement community, to plan and officiate the wedding. Geiger says he was stunned when Fidele, known affectionately there as Dottie, told him she wanted to marry herself. Quote, my eyes got real big and my mouth dropped open. I was like, what? That was until she started explaining the reason why, Geiger says. Knowing Dottie and the challenges she had growing up, it's like she finally discovered how to love herself, which most people do not discover in their lifetime. I took it as an honor. This was really sad. But we have brought it on ourselves. So, you know, it's kind of like the open border type of situation with all these out-of-towners coming in. We brought it on ourselves. So I know for you guys, it is difficult to feel sorry because, you know, you've tried to warn us. You've tried. It's fallen on deaf ears. And you can't speak louder than the propaganda and all of the influences that lead to this. She plans to renew her vows to herself in a few years. Ina Jones married herself on her 50th birthday in September 2020. The 36 guests thought they were attending a milestone birthday party. Surprise! Then she emerged in a tiara and a knee-length white dress carrying a bouquet of sunflowers, walking down the aisle on the arm of her husband's father. What? Okay. Oh, okay, so she's married and then she's marrying herself. All right. A 3-tiered chocolate cake waited at the end of the aisle. Jones says she wanted to marry herself once since her husband passed of cancer in 2016. Oh, man. Man, I'm not trying to be a downer today, guys. Ina Jones, 52, married herself on her 50th birthday in September 2020. Yes, we know. Quote, is it in the county marriage records that I married myself? No, she says of her wedding in Kenansville, North Carolina. But it's something I felt I needed to do. This is my most important relationship. It symbolizes my love for myself for the rest of my life. This is a lonely woman after her husband has passed, desperately trying to make herself feel okay with it. That's what I see. And it just illuminates all the other stories of I'm alone and I'm going to try to convince myself and all these people that I'm okay with it and that I think it's great. It's covering up a pain without saying, how did I contribute to this pain? How did I cause it? By how I've interacted in society and with men and with how I see my role in society. You made yourself a girl boss, made yourself difficult to be around and very disagreeable. Might be why you're where you are.